Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, as told by Key, and I am Key. And it's Thursday. It is the 10th. We are the 10th of May, and we are just a few hours, like a couple of days away from Mother's Day. So, if you are a mother and you are watching this channel, I will not get to say Happy Mother's Day to you guys on Sunday. So let me go ahead and say it to you now. Happy Mother's Day to all the amazing moms, stepmoms, aunties, grandmas. I know everybody has different situations, and you're a mother, you play a mother to a child in many different ways. So happy Mother's Day to everyone that's out there that's watching my channel that is a mother. Happy Mother's Day. And if you are a surrogate mother, happy Mother's Day to you too, because you're just as much as a mom. Aunties, you're second mommies. I would know I'm an auntie. So happy Mother's Day, you guys, and happy Thursday the 10th. So we are here for Thursday tea. But before we jump into the tea, because I have a couple of things I want to talk about. I got a couple of hot topics. There's not necessarily tea today, but they hot, piping hot. But before we jump into that, I do want to say that I finally announced. So if you do not follow me on social media, you missed it. So you need to go follow me on social media. I have finally announced that the new web series that will be up on our channel on Saturdays is going to be To the Moon and Back. We are going to be doing short little interviews with couples to tell their love stories. I just love the idea of love. I've always been like kind of like the hopeless romantic, and I wanted to make sure I'm trying to bring like my water around because it's hot and I'm trying to turn my air on. I've always wanted to make sure that I have different things for you guys on this channel. Case in point, we have Mondays, which is Killer Kid Mondays. We also have today, Thursday tea. Saturdays and Sundays, I usually record something for you guys, but I wanted it to be something specific. So I sat down and I started thinking about what I wanted to do. And I always love listening to people give their engagement stories. But sometimes when they give the engagement story, it's just about the engagement. I always want to know, well, dang, how did they meet? And, how did they feel about it? So I decided that I'd give the platform for people to do that before the engagement, and even some people maybe after the engagement. So I did, I came up with the idea To the Moon and Back. Me and Aaron usually say, a lot of people say it, but me and Aaron say it to each other. I love you to the moon and back. And so I didn't want the title to be all crazy long. I didn't want it to say I love you to the moon and back. So I just took To the Moon and Back. And now that is our new web series, you guys. It will premiere or air or post on Saturday at 4 o'clock. I'm so anxious. Like, I was like, oh, I should change it. I should change the date or I should change the time. But I had already told everybody it's going to be at 4 o'clock. So that's where we're going to stay. And I have to, keep my patience. I want to say thank you to the couple that participated in the first episode for me. I'm not going to tell you guys their name because I want you guys to, meet them on Saturday. So I do want to say thank you. You know who you are. But yeah, so I'm super excited, as you can tell. Also, sidebar, it's really small. Seriously. I posted the opening to the show on Instagram, and Dr. Heavenly from Married to Medicine liked my post. And so all day yesterday, I was just like, I started crying and everything. It was so crazy because I used to watch Married to Medicine, and she's my favorite. Her and Dr. Jackie. I love Heavenly and Jackie. And so, but I stopped watching the show mostly because of just showing conflicts almost. But I follow her in just social media. I do follow her. So for her to like my post, it was just and then I'm crazy. So I went to make sure that it was really her. We had to make sure the page was verified before we started reposting that she had liked it. Page was verified and everything. It was her, girl. So I was happy. You can see I'm still happy. So that made my day yesterday. So, okay. All right. Let's jump into this Thursday hot topic tea-ness, because that's what we got going on. This hot topic tea-ness. First of all, I want to talk about the Kanye West thing, mostly because I feel like everybody has an opinion on it, and I want to share mine. I I feel like when Kanye's mother passed away, we lost a really big part of Kanye West. When his mom passed, he slowly started to becoming something else. And he started calling himself Yeezus, and I really wasn't with that. I slowly just stop. Like I would listen to old Kanye music, but like new Kanye music, Yeezus, I couldn't get behind the Yeezus music, and so I had to like fall back from the Kanye. Now I watch TMZ during the day, and when they told us that he was going to be on their live, I was just like, I'm gonna watch it because maybe he can explain some of this stuff to us. I don't care that Kanye West likes Trump. I could care less if Kanye is like that's politics. What lets me down is that he says things like slavery was a choice. That is what lets me down. It lets me down that a black man from the hood who says himself in his music he's a college dropout, he grew up like this and like this, and it's like for a man from the hood who had to just thrive and climb and claw his way to the top, for him to say something so ignorant like slavery was a choice, it just was so disappointing. And I was so happy that Van stepped up. Van is one of the writers of the sports part of TMZ, and he sits in a lot of the meetings when we watch the show. If you watch TMZ live, he sits in a lot of the meetings. But it just let me down, and it was just so sad. It was so sad to hear Kanye say something like that. And I am behind loving each other. I am behind the idea of having to change the way we think because the way we think hasn't been working. I can get behind that 110%. I can get behind, instead of hating, try to love and see what we can do and see how we can work and see how we can make change. I support the theory and the idea of that. What I will not support, Mr. West, is that you feel as though to do that, we should have to drop our morals and we should have to drop what we know is fact, not even beliefs, what we know to be fact. Fact is, we didn't have a choice, Mr. West, to just get up and decide if we was going to work or not. We would be beaten. We would be hung. We would do whatever. They would kill the strongest in the pack just to make an example, to say if you ever try to do X, Y, and Z, this is what will happen to you. So I think it is important to know your history, Kanye, and that's where I'm going to leave that. He upset me, and I needed a couple of days to kind of like, because I didn't want to go on no crazy rant about him. So, Kanye, I wash my hands of you. As far as I'm concerned, sir, you are a black man, but you are not the black man for us. So, I wash my hands of that. Next on Hot Topic, Wendy Williams crying over R.Kelly. Now, listen, I don't usually watch Wendy, okay? That's not my stick. But for some reason this particular day, I decided that I was going to watch Wendy in the morning before I went and did my workout and started my video editing. And she started talking about Robert Kelly. And I'm just like, okay, Wendy. So she says to us that R. Kelly and her had a private meeting, and it was all off the record. Her manager was there. His manager was there. There was no recordings or anything like that. And she just asked all these questions, and he answered all of them truthfully. I'm going to assume she thinks they were truthful because people can still lie to you. And they just had like a friendship buddy kind of conversation, and she kind of was like, I drilled him. I asked him about this and this and this, and he answered it. But I can't tell you guys the answers. Like, I can't tell you guys anything because I promised him confidentiality, and I'm going to take that stuff to the grave with me. And I'm pretty sure he would want to do an interview with me, but if it's going to impact my viewers and impact my money, then I don't know if I can do that. I can give that interview. And then she started crying. She was just like, kids, like parents will like sell their kids to old men. Y'all think y'all trying to figure out what I've got going on down here. I'm trying to fix the clothes. 15-year-olds would sell their children and whatever. And it's just a sick situation, and she's crying and she's boo-hooing, and I am rolling my eyes. Like, I am sitting here like, oh, this is why I don't watch this trash. Cool. And I don't think that her whole show is trash. I just think when she has these private situations with celebrities or like with Tamar events, she says, I don't want Tamar on the show because I don't want to be in the middle. I don't want Tamar on the show because of this. I've been in their home and I did this and I've done this. I don't want this. And then she turns around and she talks about the Tamar event situation, and she gives her opinion, and all of a sudden she had so much to say, and I'm just like, damn, Wendy, I thought Tamar was your girl. I thought Tamar was your friend. I thought this was this firecracker that you met when you were working at the studio and you thought she was going to be a star and you befriended her. And now you wouldn't let her come on the show to tell her side of the story, but you will sit and talk about her and talk about your opinions on her, but yet you won't let her tell her side of the story. So it's like the oxymoron of it all. So like when she said that she met with R.Kelly, I was just like, oh, here we go. Like sooner or later, she's going to break that confidentiality because that's what Wendy does. You understand what I'm saying? That's what she does. And she may not tell us everything, but I'm pretty sure there's going to probably be a setup for an interview, and we're going to end up seeing this interview. It's going to be on something, somewhere, somehow. I feel like whatever it is that she was crying about, I just wish she wouldn't have. And that swings us into the R. Kelly thing. Now, listen, you guys, I've never been a fan of R. Kelly, and y'all can boo me and dislike the video. Bring it on. I don't care. It's cool. I've never really been a fan of R. Kelly. Even when I was a kid, I did not like R. Kelly. My mama used to listen to R. Kelly all the time. Keep in mind, I'm 28 before you boo me, okay? So it's not like I had to grow up with R. Kelly. You feel me? Like, I didn't have to. I think R. Kelly got like 2 projects that I can get behind, and it's I Believe I Can Fly. Clearly, that's the reason behind that movie. And then Trapped in the Closet, mostly because everybody in the high school when it came out was talking about it, and so I finally just watched it, and I like the project, but I think that's kind of where it stops for me. Like all the other music, I can't really get behind, mostly because I don't know. It's just something, okay? It was just something. I didn't understand it, but it was something. Now, people have a misunderstanding of what a cult is and what mind control is, okay? Now, these girls that they keep saying R. Kelly has like in this sex cult situation, these girls, what I took from what Wendy was saying when she made the comment of parents will sell their 15-year-old girls to whoever, what I took from that was R. Kelly has young girls in his home that the parents have knowingly knew they were. R. Kelly's taking care of these young girls. He's grooming them, allegedly. He's grooming them to be what he wants them to be, okay? Now, R. Kelly has openly admitted before that he didn't know how to read, so all his contracts had to be recorded for him so that he could hear them and understand. Now, Wendy dropped the bomb on us when she said he couldn't read, he couldn't really write, and he couldn't do math. So I'm just like, okay, all right then. I mean, it happens. R. Kelly grew up in a different time where he might have dropped out of school and singing is what got him where he's at. It's all good. Fantasia couldn't read either, right? So, cool. She wasn't plumb dumb, but she couldn't read. Cool. And so, what I take from it is R. Kelly goes for younger women, or he'll take on younger girls, 17, 18. He'll do that because he can't deal with a grown woman who can read, right, and is worth more or wants more than the materialistic things that he can provide. So, like, if he was to date someone like his ex-wife, she could read, she could write, she could do math, and she knew what to do when she walked away from that situation with him so that her and her kids would be financially supported and financially good. And R. Kelly felt like he was probably taken advantage of on some level. For a man who can't read, write, or do math, he might have felt like he was taken advantage of. So from that point forward, he decided to deal with women who were only materialistic and women who were young and could leave at any time once they started to become feeling some type of way, something that he couldn't provide for them. Now, R. Kelly tours quite a bit, and he has to make this money so he can take care of these girls. Now, I say all that to say, I don't think that R. Kelly's not wrong. I just think that the way this whole thing is happening now with him, it should have happened a while ago. It should have happened when we found out about the 14-year-old girl. He should have been convicted like then. But now it's like y'all are trying to undo history. You're trying to be like, well, we messed up that time, so let's get them now. And so now all these people are coming out of nowhere. But imagine if the system would have done right the first time when we seen the video and we knew for a fact that it was him, and you guys actually would have done something about that then maybe we wouldn't be here now. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. But Robert, I don't know. Wendy, I don't know. I'm just sitting waiting for one of them to be like, there's going to be an exclusive interview between Robert Sebastian Kelly and Wendy Williams. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. It's coming. Trust me. That her whole conversation about it was a setup. Because if you didn't want to tell us what he said, then there was no need to even telling us that you spoke. Just throwing that out there. So Childish Gambino, who I love, he put out a new video called This Is America. And everybody is in such an uproar. And everybody is so just like trying to find everything. And it's crazy to me because when the video first came out, I immediately looked on the outside. But I've always done that. I never ever really look at the artist. I'm a critiquer, as you can tell. I'm a critiquer. So because I'm a critiquer, when I watch music videos, I'm like, why is that going on? What does that have to do with the song? Why is that going on? Why is she shaking her ass and half naked? What does that have to do with the song? So when it came on, immediately my eyes like panned to all the stuff going on around him. And so when people started like talking about it, I was like, oh yeah, I did notice that. Or I did notice that. Oh yeah, I seen that in the first. Like, how did you notice all that in the first one? Because I'm a critiquer. Like, I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And yes, he's dancing and doing all of that. He's doing all of that, and that's cool. But like when I watch music videos, I always just look around the music video. But there were some things that I did miss. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I missed the Death riding on the white horse. I missed the end of the video, which I don't even know how I managed to not see the entire video. But for some reason, I would not watch it to the end where he's running down the hallway and it's the sunken place. You know, I didn't watch that part. I was had to rewatch the video again, and I'm just happy that he took the attention off of Kanye, and I'm happy that he showed exactly what happens. We are so prone to just try to find the happy and home in on the happy that we let the stuff on the sides of us just happen. And we act like it's not a thing. And people say, oh, he's not promoting gun violence. What he's saying is we are more prone to protect the shooter. This is my interpretation, by the way. We are more prone to protect the shooter than to protect the people who have been shot. So when he shot the guy in the head and they came and they took the gun and he was able to walk away, and when he shot up the church and they came and took the gun and he was able to walk away, we were more concerned about the gun and the shooter than we were the victims that got shot. And that's what I took away from the video. Also, the Jim Crow stuff and how we're more into our phones than to like really pay attention. Like, we will record an accident versus to go help it. We're so prone to do that. We're so prone to go live or to snap or to do whatever. Like, we could see a person fall and we will snap it and record it before we actually go over there and help the person up. And that's sad to see it, especially when it's put in an art form like that. You don't realize how much you really do that. And I'm victim. Well, I'm not going to say victim. I will snap something, right? But a lot of times I don't feel confident or comfortable enough to walk up to something. So I'm guilty of being behind a camera, taking pictures or whatever. Like when I first, when Facebook first became a thing, I was that person that took a picture of everything. And so I wasn't really living in the moment because I was so busy, like, trying to share and tweet and everything. So now, if you follow me on any social media, it's all work stuff. Sometimes you'll see some fun stuff, random pictures of me or whatever, but I try to live in whatever my moment is in that moment. Like, you might get a picture or so from certain events and then you don't get anything else from it. I might not even talk about it, to be real, all of other than saying that I had fun. But the video is kind of heartfelt. But then what spiraled from that was the whole controversy or the conversation about him not being woke because he dates a white woman. Something stupid like that. And I'm going to say this. I don't care who he dates. He's still a black man, okay? And he's allowed to love whoever he wants to love. And it doesn't make him less woke or less influential because he's decided that this is who he loves. I've never been one of those people like, you need to date within your race because of reasons. Because it makes us just as bad as you know who. So why feed into that? Why be like, oh, if he was so woke, he would be dating an African-American woman? Well, the reality of the situation is he might have tried that and just didn't find love. And so he tried something different and he found love. So I wish people would stop trying to take away from what the video is and stop trying to take away from what his message is and stop trying to take away from the art that he provides by shifting everything over to the fact that he has a white girlfriend. I don't care. I don't care if she was a purple people eater. If he is going to do something positive for our community, he can love whoever the hell he wants to love, you all. So like, let's just let that go. Let it drop. Let that man be in love and still stand for his people, because Kanye's not standing for his people, and he's married to Kim Kardashian. So that's all I'm gonna say about that, and that's all I got. So thank you guys for coming in. I keep fixing my hair, but I need to get myself together so I can get ready to get out this house. So thank you guys for watching today. Did I tell you guys? I didn't even say it today. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you're not new here, welcome back, family. If you like what I do, please give these videos a thumbs up. Comment down below. Hit the bell notification. It's over there, right there next to that subscribe button that I want you to smash to. So do all of that for me, you guys. It will help the channel grow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love you guys. Bye. Go be great.